In the world of engineering and construction, many mega projects are underway. The UK, Hinckley Point C is one of the largest construction projects in Europe, and the UK's biggest nuclear power plant will be explored. Located on the Bristol Channel coast of Somerset, England, near the village of Hinckley Point. Hinckley Point C is situated on the north coast of Somerset, at Bridgewater Bay, and is adjacent to the Hinckley Point A and B plants. It's about 5 miles north of Bridgewater and 5 miles west of Burnham-on-Sea. Hinckley Point is a headland that adjoins Bridgewater Bay, a site of special scientific interest and nature reserve. It's a popular location for bird watching and fossil hunting, now will be home to UK's largest nuclear power station. When nuclear power station is mentioned, many have the image of the large towers with smoke coming out. Before we get to Hinckley Point C, let's give a quick overview of what nuclear power is and how nuclear energy is produced. From the outside, a dome structure will be seen, but inside there are a few key elements which enable nuclear energy to be produced: the reactor, steam generator, turbine, generators and condensers. Inside the reactor, heavy elements are used that, being Pu known as plutonium or U known as uranium atom, collide and split into smaller particles. This is known as fission, contained in the fuel rods, leading to significant heat energy generated from the collisions. It is submerged in coolant, that being water. The water is heated and travels through the pipes into the steam generator, where the hot water carried in turns to steam. The reactor and the steam generator are known as the primary system. The steam now moves through a pipe into the turbine, which starts the secondary system. The energy from the steam causes the turbine to spin and produce kinetic energy. The turbine is connected to a generator, which turns kinetic energy from the turbine to electricity. The electricity produced is then moved onto the transformer, where it is made ready to be supplied to all infrastructure, residential and commercial, to use the electricity produced. Cold water is circulated from a water source through the condenser. The steam then condenses and travels back to the primary system to be reheated. The water that absorbs the heat in the condenser is cooled and released in the atmosphere. In Hinckley Point C case, it would be into the Bristol Channel. Hinckley Point C construction brings the UK back to producing nuclear energy after a 30-year break. Calder Hall, in 1956, was the UK's last nuclear power station and stopped producing nuclear energy in the 90s. Construction of Hinckley Point C, a nuclear power station in the UK, began in September 2016. The site is 430 acres, but will be reduced to 165 acres once operational. Current cost is estimated around £46 billion. Initial completion date was 2025, however there have been many delays. Now new completion date of 2030. The plant is expected to generate enough electricity to power around 6 million homes over 60 years. With 32 other countries worldwide already having nuclear power for energy, UK has taken a significant step to joining other economic powerhouses. EDF Energy owns 66.5% of the project. China General Power, CGN, owns 33.5% of the project. Reactor installation. In December 2024, the first of two 13-meter-long reactors pressure vessels was installed at Hinckley Point C. These two reactors are key to the production of nuclear energy from Hinckley Point C. With an average temperature inside the reactors being 300 degrees Celsius and pressure of up to 155 bar. To cool the reactors, and the water intake for the power station will be from the Bristol Channel. The station will offset 9 million tons of CO2. The station will have 4 independent emergency cooling systems, leak-tight containment, and a 2-layer concrete wall. Hinckley Point C is advantageous as nuclear power is a clean energy source that doesn't emit harmful byproducts. Nuclear energy results in fewer fatalities than other energy sources, such as coal, oil, and gas. Sustainable energy transition, as nuclear energy can be expanded quickly to help combat climate change. Also, there is no need to use any fossil fuels, and nuclear energy is not reliant on weather such as solar and wind farms. Also, they require significant amount of land. Nuclear energy can be made 24 hours a day. As great as this nuclear project is for the UK, there are significant controversies surrounding this project. The Hinckley Point C nuclear power plant has been crippling the economy, as there have been many years of delays. The project is running 4 years behind due to the pandemic and other delays. The nuclear technology used in the project is untested, which has raised safety concerns. The project has been plagued by construction problems, including additional excavation, ground nailing, and concrete replacement. The nuclear power station is not owned by the UK government, as the French energy company EDF have majority shares, and also China. This will provide uncertainty around the energy production and price that the UK government would pay, and then the price the consumers would pay. Slower emissions reduction. The project has created a slower than expected pace in cutting emissions, with the UK government admitting it is only likely to achieve 92% of its emissions target by 2030. The project will have a significant impact on marine life, as the water intake will be seawater from the Bristol Channel. Release of the cooled seawater also will be discharged back into the Bristol Channel, affecting the salmon, twait shad, and European eel that inhabit the channel. A great engineering project demonstrating tough decisions to make, as one side there's positive impact on the environment and reduction of emissions, creating thousands of jobs, providing energy to millions and bring ease to millions of lives, but at a significant cost to the economy, safety issues, delays, foreign investors and damage to marine life. If you have found this interesting and would like to see more mega projects, subscribe for more.